Hey, peace, family. Girl Geneva. Um, Title it thoughts because it's thoughts, but I'm not really sure honestly how I want to title it as of yet. But something that was on my mind. Um, I had just saw 1010 too before I, started pressing live recording, and it's weird because I've been seeing 1010 every single day, but I've been busy, so I don't even get this up, but I have been busy. But it's a lot upcoming. But something I was feeling, I tuned into still YouTube, of course, but it's only been a lot of stuff that where I just been still interested in what's just going on in regards to the information and debate wise. What attracted me, initially, to the conscious community versus what I got away from, and what I went back to what attracted me initially to the conscious community. So I've been going back to that. So I haven't really been dealing with too much of the other, but I happened to stumble upon some others, stuff came up recommended. So I watched certain things and, I started questioning like right then and there. And I started talking to myself. That's what happens. Like I start talking to myself, I start thinking out loud, and I start asking myself these questions, like thinking that maybe I'll think of something that can answer, the questions that I have in my head, right? So I'll say something like, okay, what is going on, girl? Like, something like that. Like, what's going on? Is there an anti Black power movement going on right now? Like, is there something infiltrating right now in the conscious community or the pro Black power, whatever you guys want to refer to it as, version of the YouTube version, what I mean? In the YouTube, version, of the community here, is that what's going on? Like, is that what's being pushed right now? Because I don't know, like for me, it's like genocide. I can't stress that enough. And, if people want to keep saying, one thing I noticed that a lot of people who seem to be really against, liberation for us always bring a past. I was just saying this to a friend of mine on the phone the other day, where I was like, do you ever realize the ones that we call and refer to as coons, that anytime they want to justify why we shouldn't be pushing our liberation is because they always bring up the past. Well, we're not slaves anymore. We're not this. And I said, but why do y'all never address the stuff that's going on currently? I never hear people talk about the stuff that's going on currently. They don't talk about the man who just shot 76 times. They don't talk about the lynches. Like, they don't address none of that. They don't think that comes from white extremists. I guess supremacy don't have nothing to do with that. I guess Flint was Black people's fault. That's still going on currently. They never address the current situation. That's something that I do notice, that they never do that. And I just be like, why? Why do y'all not address what's going on currently? Because that's what we're speaking on. We're being killed and brutalized every single day. There's not a day that go by they sicken dogs. Why are y'all not addressing them? This is where we get into the whole hate and the white extremists and the white supremacy, all this that exists in the oppression. Because the white man do still have his foot on our neck. He got your foot on, you got his foot on your neck. I don't care if people think that, if they push white supremacy or they want to pretend it doesn't exist or they want to just conform to it or have a place in it, that, it don't exist, or they not suffering from it too. You still melanated. You still suffering from it regardless. Because where are you speaking at right now? YouTube. Is it right on? One thing I noticed that a lot of the ones who speak out like that don't own anything themselves. Call it crazy, but got the nerve to talk a lot of shit, but don't own anything themselves. So that's the craziness. People who just speak, but what are you doing? What are you doing to elevate yourself? You always worry about the next man. Worry about yourself. Correct yourself first. That's what people need to realize. Work on yourself first. Do everything that you want. That's what I had to realize, because I always kept saying, we ain't got no manufacturers. We ain't got no warehouses. We ain't got no. I said, but you know what, Neba? Why don't you do what you want? Everything that you keep speaking that you want, won't you be the change that you seeking? Why don't you own the thing? You know, that's how the people who want it and the people who get out there and speak on it and say, this is what we don't, this is how you're going to be the change that you seek. So the people that got a problem with, give me 1 second. Sorry, y'all. I had to open the door. It's the frankincense. I got frankincense resin burning, and it's kind of just clouding the whole room. So I'm like, oh, let me open up the door to just let some of this out. It's getting in my throat. But anyway, yeah, I hate when I lose my train of thought. That just got, you know, whatever, because it was just going right here and pretty much choking me. But you know, when I say that, like, why don't you be the change that you seek? You know what I mean? And that's what I had to realize. So this is what I'll be thinking in regards to certain people. Like, you know, how can you just come out and speak a certain way? I don't understand. And especially, you know, you worrying about what somebody else doing, their behavior and whatnot. Just worry about just you and correcting you. You got to be on point. Worry about what your purpose is here and what you're placing, what you're put here for. And worry about pushing what you speaking on. Like people who talk against and speak out against the conscious community, pro-black, black power, whatever you want to refer to it as. People who speak out against it. Why even watch it? Why pay it any mind? If whatever you hear on social media for, be about that and speak on that and fulfill your purpose and do on that. If you dislike something, you don't agree with something, you're not a part of it, why take the time and even take it in? Why take the time and watch it? Why take the time and watch an hour and 2 and 3 hours just to even speak on it? If you don't like it, don't even take it. Don't even allow that energy in and to affect you. But when you take the time to do that just to beat it down and speak down on it, I start questioning why. What's the reasoning for that? Are you getting paid to do this? Because if I don't like something, and why would I waste my time doing it? You know what I mean? Why would I waste my time even, you know, dealing with it, you know, and absorbing it? You know, I'm gonna be focused on whatever I gotta do and whatever whatever and fulfilling my life's purpose. But regardless of that, whatever I'm on social media for, let me be on here for that and let me fulfill that. I don't have time to just be looking at you and worrying about what the next man is doing unless they bringing it to me. Now, if you ain't bringing it to me, there's no issue. Now, you know, and that's what people need to realize, because a lot of people on social media, you know, they take it really, really far. You know, it's not just about, you know, the fact that we just want to, you know, poke fun at each other and pick at each other and pick on each other and talk bad. People threaten people threaten lives. People, you know, people take it far. People let you know that they ain't no internet nigga. You know, they ain't even for, you know, being in the internet, that they can fight back. Like they'll put weapons on you. You know, they'll use that they got, you know, police affiliation, you know, and they can strike you in that way. So when I look at stuff like that, I'm just like, okay, you got to be careful that. So this is what it is. This is why you have to be ready for any and everything, because you never know. Because if somebody want to flash pictures of themselves holding weapons, you know, they want to get into all that. That's something that, you know, we all need to be wary on and wary of, especially if you're quick to be like, I'm quick to do it against my own race versus anybody else, because nobody's doing you worse than the beast. And I always think of that. Like, even sometimes when I think about if I'm being gypped or if I'm being ripped off or scammed by my own people, you know, and of course it upsets me. Of course I'm going to be upset over it. Who's not going to be upset over it, you know, dealing with something like that. But I always keep thinking, who's doing me worse? Give me another second. Okay, I'm just trying to give it a chance to go out the window. Like, strong. But the door, sorry. But yeah, so I'm like, you know, who's doing me worse? Who's been doing me worse? Who's got me oppressed and making sure I ain't making no money, keep me in poverty, keeping me oppressed in all forms, placing all forms of genocide on me, placing me in prison whenever they feel like doing all this, you know, towards me. And I'm worried about, you know, another brother or sister who pretty much in the same boat as me. I don't give a oh, sorry, the internet went out. I don't care how much I try to kiss ass to, you know, To quote SETI, I don't care how much they, to quote General SETI, I don't care how much they got crackatosis. It's not about that. It's about the fact that you still oppressed, and you have nothing on your own because you're on YouTube too. White man's institution own, what I mean? So, this is a place, if you're living in a place where people own and control all of the resources, own and control your economic gain, so it's like you only control your medical treatment. Keep messing up. Only control your freedom. So, that's something that we all to better spot. Shut that. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can try to move to a better spot. Okay, hold up. Because this is really messing up. So give me a second. Is it better? Am I still on? Damn, I wish somebody, could let me know in the chat, because this is, I don't know. I just kept trying to go back and forth. Oh my God. I don't know what's going on. I guess it's the rain, because it's been raining out here all day. I even got caught in it this morning. Lord, I got soaked. I swear to God, like, 'cause I didn't know where the bus was dropping me off at. I didn't know it was going to start pouring. Of course, by the time I left, it wasn't pouring no more. But I didn't know it was going to just start pouring like that. And it just came down hard. And I got like soaked, drenched. Like, it was so like it was like flooded, I'm like running through all this hard water. My flip-flops on. One of my flip-flop came off. It was floating down the goddamn street. I'm trying to run after it. Like, it's ridiculous, just from across the street to go to this store. So, weird. But anyway, so this is the way I be saying, like, I'm just questioning, certain things. That's why I was like, this is some anti-Black power movement going on. And that's why I started thinking, is this stuff and being infiltrated? And this is why, I think that I wanted to kind of leave, it alone. Like, I still, definitely want to tune in for the education and knowledge, because that's what attracted me initially. And I just want to strictly get back to that. But while still, doing work in the streets and being around my people, I think it's better and easier to be around people, because I can't deal with the, I'm not saying that, still can't deal with fake people, in person as well, but it's just different versus being in, social media, and YouTube, a lot of it. And I prefer to have the boots on the ground here. So this is what I think is more important for me right now, and focusing on that, especially what I'm starting to see that a lot is turning into. And I don't know what it is, but I'm just realizing that it's not being on what I think what it started on, what it initiated on. I don't think that it's still being there. So when I see a lot of people speaking out against, Black power and liberation, it just don't make sense to me, because, people always want to go back to Africa, but we don't want to deal with the 4 centuries of oppression ongoing. Sorry, not but ongoing. We don't want to address that. We don't want to address that. We want to go all the way back to we built pyramids. Okay? And we have Black Wall Street here. Guess what happened? So what's your point? And we have Black Power movements. Guess what happened? They killed them all. They infiltrated them all. Probably like the YouTube conscious community is being. So, and they placed drugs and they mass incarcerated and they changed hip hop. I mean, are we forgetting all this to where you guys can just say any and everything and we just supposed to buy it? Like, it's like y'all really convinced, a lot of people have really convinced themselves that there isn't none. And I agree with Seti, it's crackatitis. What do you say? Crackatosis? So, crackatosis. So, and it is. And then these mugs, they not thinking. And I just realized now, if you picked your side already. So when I ran into this coon this morning, like it was just too much. Because I'm tired of the balls for Black women. That's number one. That is some pussy-footed punk ass shit. Where's your moxie for the motherfucker who's oppressing you? Where is that? Why is this attacking the Black women shit? Damn, if you want to be with women or any other race, just be honest. I don't even give a damn. Do it. But stop banging on the Black women then. You don't got to bang on the Black women to big up every other race. Just go ahead, bypass the Black women and go straight to bigging up every other race. I'd rather you do that versus you motherfucking just banging on the Black women. I don't see where that's getting you. When you motherfuckers say that you got family, you got a mother, all this, you care so much, do you? Because that seems like some down low faggoty shit. When niggas do nothing but bang on Black women, like it's so hard to uplift a woman, like every other race don't do that. Like white men don't even uplift a white woman. As if motherfuckers in worldwide don't know about that blonde hair, blue eye. And they don't push her all up on the motherfucking pedophile. And they don't idolize her on everything and every fucking thing in regards to media. They ain't been doing that. But it's wrong with having the brothers do that for the sister. Sorry. But other races can do it. Asian, name me one race who don't push they race a woman. And don't majority. And even when brothers get with white women, y'all quick to push them. Y'all push them and be like, look at her and help you before you'll push your sister. I don't understand. It's like some bitterness coming out. That's what I hear. Like I'm bitter. And I'm like, and you ain't even be with the girl. You ain't even be with the woman, but you already coming off like some bitter ex-boyfriend type shit. Like what is this? So treat motherfuckers on social media that you never even met in person, taking that shit, going like hard. Like we don't even know each other. This ain't no competition. Where we competing at on social media? We competing with Black Power when some people ain't even for Black Power? So where are we competing at? To where if I compete with you, I gotta, talk bad to you or something. I'm not competing with you. I don't even know a motherfucker. We ain't in no game here. We on YouTube supposedly in a conscious, to get conscious community, to be inspired and to be an inspiration, to get inspired, to be an inspiration, to keep our boots on the ground, to liberate. That's what we're supposed to be here for. I don't know how we compete in regards to that and where the competition need to come out. I don't know where that started. With the fact that I gotta talk bad and whatnot. No, I don't have to do that. I don't have to degrade somebody. I don't have to talk shit about them. I don't have to degrade what they look like and their features and make fun and poke fun and say, oh, she gotta have, ugly this or this, that, and don't know nothing. I'm not a person that slander them and say that they here doing this or they, doing this to the community and whatnot. I'm not here doing that. So, and people don't have no justification for even doing it. They ain't even got no justification, no proof, no reasoning, no nothing for even doing it. For even continue to even keep it prevalent. But are they still doing it? Yeah. But people elevating up. And people are changing. Yeah, this is what I see. Because for me, it don't take much for me. If I'm wrong, everything gets going. If I'm wrong and I admit it, it moves on. But I don't continue to still bait somebody and continue to have slanderous stuff up there, but then tell people I'm different and I'm changing now and I'm growing and I'm being, the idol, because I feel like all parents are idols in some way because you're idols to your children. So I don't put that pretense on and pretend I'm some way, but then my actions is showing something different. I don't do that. I'm not here trying to disrupt Black Power and the conscious community. If I don't agree with what the conscious community do in the Black Power community, I don't take it. I don't need to take it. I don't need to let it in. I don't need to waste my time watching no videos just to talk down on where did that liberate me? Where did that lead me? Where did that give me success? Where did that give me economic gain? Where did that give me anything that I might be out here having goals to be able to achieve? Make me become more enlightened. Where did that elevate, evolve me in any way? By staying in a low frequency. So, this is just certain stuff. So if I don't like it, then ain't no reason for me to tune it in and waste my time. I'm going to be here for my purpose and do what I'm going to do. And I'm going to tell people what I'm doing and how much I'm going to be here for my purpose on social media and on YouTube, which is to put my boots on the ground and to keep them there and inspire other people to do the same. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. So let me be here to fulfill my purpose. Let me be the change that I see. I want us to own manufacturing. Let me go and try to get that instead of worrying about what the next man doing. Because what the next motherfucker man or female doing ain't making me shit. So this is why it comes off a lot of bitter type shit. And I always notice that a lot of motherfuckers happen to be just single and don't have a steady. And I wonder why. So this is why it comes off with more personal. A lot of people bring a lot of their personal into YouTube. They bring a lot of their personal into social media. And it's not supposed to be for that. But, people want to do that, by all means, do it. But you don't have to mention other people, to do so. So, but it just it shows a lot. So, and that's the case there. So that's why I'm like, damn. I guess I should have kept the door open. It's the frankincense. If you guys have burned frankincense resin, you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, but, it's just, it's a lot of, thoughts, I guess I had a lot of questions and whatnot. And I was just like, I don't have time for it. So this is why I just be honest and just, put it on out there. How I feel or certain things that I take and I'm just, or question it because I'm just like, what's the reason? It's infiltration. But I just question certain things when the reason to do this and say this and consistently say this. It's the reason for doing that. So, you don't like something, don't deal with it. Move on. Be about you. Live your life. Fulfill your purpose. That's it. Preach. Do whatever you got to do, but do that. And then damn what somebody else is doing. So if you honestly don't care, then damn it. But bring your personal stuff into social media. That's the issue. And this is where a lot of them, this is why, where it is. And it's the issue. So, my Lord, it's just a lot. I don't know if y'all noticing that. So, I don't know. This is the shit that I was just noticing and I was just questioning. I don't like a lot of stuff that I've been seeing lately, and this is just what it is. And if people who's, content with, what's being, presented, then by all means, I can't tell people, what, they can, choose to let in, allow in or not, I can't do that. But I don't know. I just feel like people should just be, questioning themselves. They should be questioning themselves on, what's their reasoning. So, that's just real talk. So, yeah, so, it all depends because I feel as though if certain people, flock to that, then it's probably because they might be in the same boat here. You know what I mean? But if you ain't quick to, be attracted to that, then, that might be speaking kind of, high volumes about you, because, that kind of just redefines your purpose here. So in regards to the stuff, the stuff that, attracts you, to even, like I said, allow in, then, you know what I mean? It says a lot about, where your mindset at. And maybe what your reasoning or whatever. So I'm looking out, you know what I mean? Both lenses. Like I got my Dwayne Wade glasses on. I'm looking out both sets of lenses because, I'm studying these cause I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like this people got to question shit for themselves. I question enough. I'm not here to, define anybody. I'm not trying here to define anybody, whatever. They got to define it for themselves. And that's why I say if it attracts certain things, certain people to that's it, then it says a lot. And if you don't, and then whatever. But in my opinion, I'm looking at all that shit because it's just like, if I ain't part of the Black Power community and I ain't for Black Power and I'm so against it, then why would I, be a part of the Black Power community? Why would I be affiliated in some way? Why would I, associate myself in some sort by even, taking it, taking it on, like, you know what I mean? Like watching it and, addressing it. And, like, why would I do that? So, and why would I even been a part of it at all? So, it's a lot of that. So why would I just consistently do that, every day, all day long? And that's just it. So I look at all that, and why am I here to always keep trying to stifle this and stagnate this Black Power community and talk about, a race that has always oppressed me and still is ongoing? So I got a question, what would be the reasoning for that? You know what I mean? Because if I ain't for Black Power, then why be? You know what I mean? I'm going to be what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I ain't even going to associate myself with the Black Power community. But I question motherfuckers who would associate or try to align themselves with it just to bring it down. Like, why waste your time and your energy doing that? Why not just press on? So that's just something I question. I'm not saying people got to say whatever. Y'all can feel however, you know what I mean? But this is just something that I was just questioning on my own, where, this is just a lot of stuff that we got to look at. You know what I mean? And then when I see dudes do nothing but, you know what I mean, on this gender shit, this gender war shit, like this, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, where's that getting somebody? Like, I don't understand that. I don't know how it turned from a war, against the oppressor, because there's a war against us, or a war on us, to, a war within us, and now a gender war, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to understand and grasp, the concept of that. You know what I mean? And the purpose of that. And yeah, the purpose of that. Like, I'm trying to grasp the reasoning for that. And where is that, leading? So I'm questioning a lot. And I haven't seen it, but I'm questioning a lot. So, when it's just strictly on that, it's just a lot of shit. This is a lot of stuff that we all got to question. So this is just thoughts I had, read the title, thoughts. This thoughts I had, and just certain things that I'm just seeing about the Black Power community that is being infiltrated with an anti-Black Power community. And I just didn't know if the Black Power community was seeing it. Or I said maybe it was something that was just me, because I told you. I said, just start off this video saying that I questioned myself when I was watching certain stuff, and I was just like, girl, is there like an anti-movement going on right now that's like being infiltrated, that's coming through? So this is why I'm glad that I'm doing more in person too. Like, I'm still going to be a social and still link up and still people. That's why I'm still going to tune into the knowledge, because I still need the information. This is why I want to strictly be away from the fuck shit. But I end up, just going back to the fuck shit, just to look a little bit of it, and it was dumb. So I'm glad, I'm out. I ain't going back to the fuck shit. Back to the education shit. I'm just going, not the education shit, but, I'm going to just stay with the education and knowledge and be on that, and strictly be in a, spirituality, and try to, elevate and then boots on the ground and bringing that to y'all. So I'm gonna still be in social media to bring that to y'all in the fam, and then I'm gonna still be in the streets, and we just gonna, do it both. But to strictly be in what it is turning into, nah, because I'm trying to figure out where's that leading to liberation. Seems like it's stagnating it. So the movement towards liberation. And I ain't with that shit. So I'm gonna end it on that, fam. I'm gonna end it on that note. Just some thoughts that was, I was thinking of. I don't know how y'all feel. Y'all feel whatever, but this was something that I was just thinking on my own. Just want to say peace and love to everybody who tuned in, everybody gonna watch the video. Much love to y'all. Remember, like I said, continue to keep working on yourselves. Always put yourself first, but always look within. Before you're able to judge and pass judgment on others or look down on others or anything, you got to always look at yourself and correct yourself. That's what it's about, because that's exactly what I'm just focused on. And that's what I had to learn. Yeah, I mean, and realize and then take that for myself. Like, all right, I had to realize this and I'm correcting myself. So this is what I'm here to tell you, that this is what it is too. And you don't really have time and be looking at somebody else when you ain't, together and you ain't perfect and you doing the same stuff and got a past and not just a past, but a present. So you got to look at that, and you got to always check yourself first before you can offer criticism or advice to anybody else. It's all about looking within first. And what did you say, Robin? You said, right, stay on your positive path and be happy no matter what. Thank you, Robin. Robin White, peace, sis. So, and like I said, continue to correct yourselves, work within, stay positive, continue to try to center that balance, achieve that inner peace, and keep heads up, fam, and keep boots on the ground. Peace.